Good evening, everyone.
Good evening, Councilman LeBron.
I like your background.
It's far out.
How did you?
Maybe it's not a background. Maybe it's not a background.
Maybe I'm with Richard Branson right now.
Maybe you are.
Okay, great. Good evening, everyone, and thank you for being here with us this evening. My name is Mally Rosado, and I'm the Council President for the Court of Common Council for the City of Hartford, and I am calling to order this regular scheduled public comment section of July 12th, 2021 to order. With me, and I am just going to go off what I see on my screens. This evening, joining us from Council is Councilwoman Marilyn Rossetti, Councilwoman Shirley Surgeon, Councilman James Sanchez, Councilwoman Wildalise Bermudez, and Councilman Nick LeBron. Councilman TJ Clark, our Majority Leader, will be joining us shortly. And now for some housekeeping rules. Public comment shall be conducted in accordance with the following procedures. Each person wishing to address the council or committee therefore shall, upon recognition by the presiding officer, give his or her name, address, and if he or she represents a group, shall in addition state for the record the name and address of said group or organizations, and shall limit his or her remarks to 3 minutes. All remarks shall be addressed to the council as a body and not to any individual member of council. Any person making personal, impertinent, or slanderous remarks or who becomes boisterous while addressing the council shall be forthwith barred by the presiding officer from further audience at said meeting unless permission to remain is granted by a 2/3 of the vote council members present and voting. During public comment, there shall be no debate by the council, although questions may be asked by a council or persons making such presentation. For members of the community, please be advised that this meeting is being broadcasted and recorded by Hartford Public Access Television and can be viewed via the Hartford Public Access TV Facebook page, Comcast Xfinity Channel 96, www.hpa-tv.org, or Channel 6032 for Frontier customers. Spanish interpretation is provided through a partnership with the City of Hartford and the Hartford Public Library. Additional accommodations can be made available with enough notice to the Council President's office. With that said, yes, hello, Councilman John Gale has joined us. Without further ado, the first person on our public comment list is Dr. Anne Marie Adams. Hello, Dr. Anne Marie Adams. You have the floor if you could unmute yourself. And I'm going to ask that Councilman Gale be our timekeeper for this evening. Thank you, Councilman Gale. Dr. Anne Marie, David, would you be able to send her a text via the chat that she is on her screen? On our screen, however, she is on mute.
Yes, I've given her the authority to unmute herself and she's not doing that. It looks like she has a proxy present named Sherry.
Okay, while Dr. Anne Marie tries to connect with us, we are going to move to our second speaker, which is Janet Bauer. Janet, are you with us? If you could unmute yourself. Hi, Janet. Could you please give your address for the record?
Yes, I'm Janet Bauer, and my address is 19 Warwick Street in West Hartford, Connecticut. And I am representing Hartford's Commission for Refugee and Immigrant Affairs, or CREA. First of all, I want to thank Councilwomen Bermudez and Surgeon and Council President Rosado and everyone else who supports the resolution to establish a city liaison for Refugee and Immigrant Affairs. We, that is CREA, thinks that this resolution takes a big step toward achieving more effective coordination and communication among the many nonprofits and community organizations that provide immigrant and refugee services, and possibly for coordination with state agencies as well. Creating this position, we think, is critically important at this moment for two reasons. First, the city has made a public commitment to welcoming up to 100 new refugees, among them Afghan SIVs who provided support for American forces in Afghanistan, and who will be resettled through IRIS co-sponsorships with community organizations. And second, in April, Governor Lamont signaled his support for housing unaccompanied asylum-seeking children arriving from the border. And as far as I know from the Department of Health and Human Services statistics, in the first 6 months of this fiscal year, about 582 unaccompanied youth have been resettled throughout the state of Connecticut, 10% of them in Hartford County. Most of these youth are being placed with extended family and friends who will be then depending upon local grassroots service providers for support. And finally, in support of this resolution, CREA wishes to thank the council for all that you have been doing to make Hartford a stronger and a more welcoming community for our immigrant and refugee residents. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Bauer. It's great to see you again.
Thank you.
Thank you for your comments. Yes, and we are going back to Dr. Anne Marie. Hello, Councilman Mixtum, how are you? Thank you for joining us this evening.
I am well, lovely to see all of your faces.
Thank you. Got to see you on the screen as well. Yes, I do believe we are having technical difficulties. Is there anyone else that would like to be part of the public comment section? Is there anyone else that would like to participate in the public comment section? For those who were on the line and were experiencing technical difficulties, you could always send an email to the Council President's office at mally.rosado@hartford.gov. With that said, thank you everyone for joining us, and we will see you promptly at 7 p.m. for our regularly scheduled council meeting at 7 p.m. Thank you.